I'm Sharon Bill. Welcome to my Music Theory Tuition series where I work with you step by step through the ABRSM Discovering Music Theory grades. I'll work through every single exercise and explain everything you need to know. You can access information about the books I have available to help you on my website. Go to sharonbill.com. For advert-free and longer lessons, you can become a patron at patreon.com/SharonBill. If you can give me a like, that would be super, and please do subscribe to my channel to stay updated. You can support this channel by buying me a coffee at buymeacoffee.com/SharonBill. Continuing on in the grade 4 Discovering Music Theory, looking at page 61, we look at the French terms that are now included in this grade. So not only do we have all of the grades 1, 2, 3 and 4 Italian terms, we now have a few French terms as well. And French terms tend to appear in more sort of modern romantic, late romantic, early 20th century pieces, particularly with, of course, French composers, like Debussy and Fauré. And so we do need to know some of these French terms, but again, they're not too far removed from the translation. And so we can see the root word. We have animé, which means animated and lively. And in a similar way, animato is Italian. Be careful not to confuse that with anima, however, which is a different word entirely. So animé is animated. And I guess you could use that, all of the anime cartoons to help you there. Although that's not French, I realise, but it's an animation. And so animato is the Italian counterpart to that. Now, douce is sweet, very similar to the dolce of the Italian word. So again, I think that's not too tricky to remember. And again, lent, we know lento is slow, so that's not hard to see. And again, modéré, moderato, at a moderate speed. Now here, retenue, which is like ritenuto, it's kind of a retained, it's held back, it's like a pulling on the reins. It's not quite such a gradual ritardando. Ritenuto and retinue is a bit more kind of, pulling on the reins, just a held back, just holding it all back generally. It's less gradual. Now, vite is quick, and I just think that's one that's sort of in the regular vocab, as it were. So, if you need your café au lait vite and your croissant vite, you need them quickly, and that's just like allegro. So let's turn the page over. And of course, you see, we're going to have some more revision and then a little test. And so I do recommend that you do test yourself just on these few little words. It's just the French words that we've looked at. And so not too much is required to just jump in and have a go. So have a quick glance over them, then turn the page over. Don't look back and test yourself. And now let's check through these together. So vite means quickly or quick. Sweet is very similar to the dolce Italian. It's douce. Slow, again, like the lento, it's just lent. Oh, lent, I get carried away there. Lent. Retinue, like the Italian counterpart, ritenuto, is the held back. Again, this one we can easily see it's moderate, like the Italian moderato, moderate tempo, moderate speed. And there we can see our animation, animé is the French word that is similar to animato there. And so let's just press on down to the bottom of this page, and we just have a few more little shorthand indications. Usually, oftentimes this is for string players, it would mean repeated bowings. It isn't absolutely restricted to string players, but it would tend to be string players. And instead of the composer having to write lots and lots and lots of the same note again, we can just give the overall time value. It's got to last for 4 beats, and you would do repeated bowings. And so we can see how we're going to repeat the bowings to have semiquavers fitted in or quavers fitted in. And so here we're going to divide this into semiquavers here. And again, if the composer wants the same bar over and over, just like I mentioned in Ravel's Bolero, how the poor percussionist has to play the same rhythmic pattern over and over and over and over again, there's no need to keep writing it. We can just give one bar and then just say again, again, again. And we could even have that sign with the number of bars that you just keep repeating it for. And so that's just to repeat that bar again, just to save writing it all out. Just a little bit of shorthand there. And then we get a little test now where we can just kind of revise all of the ornament signs that we've had, and it's an opportunity to just practice writing those ornament signs. And so perhaps if I just write the name of the ornament, and then you can go ahead and try and write its symbol. So we have the upper mordent spelling there. We have the lower mordent. We have the acciaccatura. Perhaps could do with just writing these out as well, just to get the spellings. And then we have the appoggiatura, double P, double G, just like acciaccatura is double C, double C. Appoggiatura. And you know, I'm just going to give, so if we're talking about repeat signs, I'm just going to go ahead and throw in some old grade 1 signs almost, I think. So let's have, oh actually, we've still got some more, I apologise, we've got the trill and we've got the turn. And then I'm just going to give some repeat signs. So the basic repeat sign, just a bit of revision there. We have the da capo, DC. Da capo. Let's just do a bit of revision here. We have dal segno, which is that kind of sign. We have the repeat bar, and we have repeated notes. So go ahead and just try and write those little symbols now. And so the upper mordent, it's like the first bit of the trill wiggly line, and it's like a W but with a little like lead into it. And so the lower mordent is going to be the same but with a line through it. Of course we don't have lovely italicised fonts, just a plain old pencil, but that will do. Now the acciaccatura, if this is the main note, the acciaccatura, dearie me, is a really small little note with a line through it. The appoggiatura, if that's the main note, it's the same small little note but with no little line through it. A trill, we have the TR of the trill, and we could just have a wiggly line. The turn, quite a pretty little thing, describing the direction of the notes. Now here we are, repeat sign, way back in grade 1. It's just the double bar line with 2 dots where you repeat between those 2 dots. If there's no dots to repeat back to, you just go back to the beginning. Da capo again means repeat back to the beginning. You go back to the beginning to repeat that first section. I always think capo, cap, top on your head. So back to the start. Now here we go back to the sign, which is kind of like an S, and a sort of like S for sign with these little dots. And then our new little symbol for repeat bars is this. It's sort of diagonal line with dots. And then repeated notes, we just have the division of notes that it's going to work into there. So that's the end of that little section. I hope this is helpful to your studies. Please do like and subscribe to stay updated. If you'd like to support this channel, you can buy me a coffee, and for advert-free lessons you can become a patron. Do visit my website where you'll find many resources available to help you. Visit sharonbill.com. Thanks for watching. Bye.